Welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Sean Anderson for Ponca City Public Schools. This is the show where we interview the coaches of Pohai Athletics, and we're talking Pohai cheer with the head cheer coach, Amie Huster. And Coach Huster, thank you for being here with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me, Sean.
Well, we're recording this Zoom segment of Coach's Corner on a Tuesday. Last night was a Monday, and it was a big deal for Pohai cheer. Tell me about that, please.
It was. We had our upcoming 2022-23 cheerleading tryouts last night.
Wow. So how did it go?
It went very well. I had 38 girls, I believe, that tried out for cheerleading. And I have 3 different squads.
Now, to have that many people try out and to be able to have 3 different squads, that sounds like kind of a nice quote problem to have. I mean, you have plenty of talent, but my goodness gracious, 3 squads, that sounds like a lot.
Yeah, we have varsity, junior varsity, and junior high. So we have varsity, of course, and junior varsity is high school, and then we have our junior high squads.
Very nice. Well, the Pohai cheerleaders are headed to TU, Tulsa University, for a very special cheer clinic, cheer camp. Is it a camp or a clinic or what's it? It's camp, right?
Yes, it's cheer camp. It is June 14th through the 16th. So they will learn new stunts for the upcoming year, new cheers, new dances. They will learn technique as well as jump technique, team bonding exercises. It's going to be a full intense 3 days of camp. The
Yeah,
girls are looking forward to it.
this is what they're doing in the off season. They're getting ready for the upcoming season. The Pohai cheerleaders is going to be working hard at that camp, June 14th through the 16th. Cheer camp in Tulsa. We wish them the best. And it's hard to believe that we are 5 weeks away from the end of school. Can you believe that?
It's crazy. This year's actually flown by fast. And then I'll have a senior.
What? Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Wow. And the senior, your senior is on your squad? Yes?
No, actually, she was just named captain of the High Steppers.
Oh,
So
okay.
we have a house divided at my house.
Right. Oh, I bet you do. Is it sometimes do you I've asked questions of Coach Smith and other coaches, Coach Fincher, I've asked the same question. As a coach and a mom, how do you maneuver that? Do you occasionally have to put the coach hat on?
A few times I have to. She's a pretty good kid, so she usually does what's told, but there's been times where I'm like, you just need to suck it up and go do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Tough lessons. I don't have a lot of sympathy for my children. They'll tell you that.
Right.
So
Right.
it's you do your job and you do the best at it. So it's my
Sure.
motto.
Yeah, for sure. Well, she's following in your footsteps, right?
I hope she is. She's
Yeah.
doing well.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Let's talk about the cheerleading squad. You know, it won't be long before they are on the sidelines again for Pohai football in the fall. Tell us a little bit about some of your captains and the leaders on the Pohai cheerleading team. You got to be proud of them.
I'm proud of all my girls. I think my squad this year is I have 13 varsity. I have not named captains yet. As we just had tryouts yesterday, I had to see skills and the amount of work that they're going to put into it before I can name a captain. But those will be, within a couple weeks once we start practice. We'll start next week. But there really is no off season in cheer. I give them the month of July off, but they still have to work out 3 times a week. So they got to keep grinding out to be the best.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the Pohai cheerleaders are going to be ready. You know that between cheer camp and working out throughout the summer and getting ready for a big season of
Yeah,
sports
we're excited.
in the fall. Well, and it's a good point. I mean, a lot of times we see the cheerleaders and the squads and we don't realize that they're student athletes and they
Yes,
are
they are.
athletes in every sense of the word. And they are students, of course, first, and you got to be proud of your squad, and they take care of the grades as well.
Yes. I push them pretty hard on all aspects because I've said this 100 times. The grades are going to get them to where they're going to be in life. So grades
Yeah.
are important just as well as athletic ability, their attendance, how hard they push in practice. You practice what you get out of it. So if you want to be the best, you're going to have to practice the best.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the Pohai cheerleaders throughout the school year and the upcoming school year, the 2022 2023 school year, there will be fundraisers for the Pohai cheerleaders, and we want you to support the cheerleaders. And I know you get a lot of support from your cheer parents and everyone, but you also got to smile when you see some wonderful support from the community as well, right?
Yes. I'll give a shout out to Heather Cannon. She has sponsored some of our camps, so we appreciate that. We are getting ready to kick off our varsity cheerleading calendar, which is the one we sell ads for, and we spotlight all the seniors, the upcoming seniors, and all the sports. So be looking for a press release on when we're going to be taking those pictures. They'll be at the Robson like they were last year, but that's our biggest fundraiser. That's what pays for us to go to camp and throughout the year, the things that we need. So we appreciate everyone in the community that buys ads in that calendar. That calendar goes out to thousands of people every year. So we truly appreciate that.
Yeah. Now, again, how can we order that? Where can we find a link to that?
I don't have a link, but my cheerleaders, well, all the businesses in town are broken up per cheerleader. And so they will go and ask the local business for an ad, to purchase an ad in the calendar. And
Okay.
then we will put the calendar together. A Plus Printing, I work with them. So they're a big help to me. They put together the calendar because I'm not very creative when it comes to that part.
Well, you and me both. And
Yeah.
A plus, they do amazing work.
Yes, they do.
So if you're a business owner, you may be approached soon about becoming a
Yes.
sponsor in that calendar, and we highly encourage you to do just that.
Yes.
And Amie Huster, head coach of the Pohai cheerleaders, thank you for being on this edition of Coach's Corner, and best of luck to the cheerleaders as they head off to camp. It's a little ways away, but coming up in June over in TU, that's going to be a fun time.
It'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, well, all right. That's going to do it for this edition of Coach's Corner for Ponca City Public Schools. I'm your host, Sean Anderson. And remember, Wildcats, hold that line.